6, 5, 4, 3.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Boom, boom, boom. What up, everybody? It is Thursday night, 9 p.m., the night before the weigh-ins at Mohegan Sun tomorrow, where me and Mike will be at. But it's your favorite place to be on a Thursday, talking BKFC with your boys, the Mike and Mish Show. What up, Mike?
Woo! Yeah. I didn't want to scream right into the mic, but I did. I'm excited. There
You
are weigh-ins tomorrow, and they're right up that street right there. I just got to
What?
go way, way down it, but it's right up that street.
It's right up the street, but way down it, way down it.
Way down it. It's right up it, but way down it. And we're going to be down there tomorrow night. I cannot wait. And then it's fight night this weekend. And I love a local fight night. And we don't just get one local fight night. We get 2 months in a row of local fight nights. And you want to know what?
Starting this week.
Then 3 weeks, basically 3 months, because Philly is basically local for us too. That ain't that far. We'll just watch South Park and Beavis and Butthead for a few hours as we drive down to Philadelphia and watch Knucklemania 6. Can you believe we're already at Knucklemania 6? Man, what a great 3 months ahead of us.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Living the dream.
Yep, living the dream. And they had the press conference yesterday, man. They finally announced some fights, and it's going to be a good time down there. I mean, on stage they had the big ones, but we also know, like, we got the main event. I'm going to tell you right now, if they add some more fights to that Knucklemania 6, it's just going to be even better. But as it is right now with Arlovsky and Rothwell and Yoel and Lorenzo and Soto and Bonner 2 and Pittman Jod 2 and Lex versus Kalmus and Bear Hill versus Pat Brady, Johnny Garr versus Kane, Pat Sullivan versus Felony Bennett.
Woo.
Just that right there is like, holy shit, man, that card is already stacked. And it would be, I'm really shocked that they didn't announce Shell versus Hart. I thought that they were setting that up. I also thought that the Elmore versus Richmond showdown in Hollywood was leading to a Knucklemania announcement too. So, hey, listen, it is the Christmas season. If we get those two things that happened at Hollywood, Hart and Shell and Elmore and Richmond added to that card, they don't need to do anything else to it for sure at all. That card is fucking fantastic. And Mike and I will be in Philly for all the festivities because I love it down there in Philly. Great fight town, and that card's already stacked. And I love Ben Rothwell as a world champion for this company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad he's at the top of the bill. I'm glad he's getting to run it back one more time with Andrei Arlovsky. And I'm glad he's doing it one more time, but this time in his sport. This is his sport.
Yes, it is.
Know Arlovsky had his fight down in Texas, but let's be honest, Ben Rothwell has been fucking wrecking shit in this sport. So we'll see how Arlovsky does in this one. It'll be fantastic.
Well, first of all, Arlovsky, if he looks like he did, and we've talked about this many, 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 many times, bare knuckle for the first time is not the same as the second time, is not the same as the third. A lot of things happen in those few fights, especially for, legend fighters like Arlovsky. So I guarantee you he's downloaded so much information we couldn't even comprehend it from that fight that he had. But if he does not change the way he fought, I do not see a good night for him in Knucklemania. The fight that he had, I didn't think he did that great. Anyways, going to Ben, love that he's a champion. I almost got offended at the amount of times that they said he lost 2 times and whatever. I'm like, damn, when are we going to start talking about how great he's been, how awesome he is? He's the champ. He's this, he's that. Every time they mention it, was like, hey, you lost twice. And I get it. It sells a story.
It too. Yeah.
It sells the story. I get it. But geez, man, can we give this guy some props? I feel like everything said about him was like, it's not super negative, but like it wasn't positive, was it? Right. You've lost twice. What are you going to do? You've lost twice. I'm like, this dude's the friggin' heavyweight champ. What is he going to do? He hasn't beat he beat one guy. He's 1-0. And you know what I'm saying? I felt like maybe give the champ a little more of his due. He did earn it. He's been a champ for
You know,
ocean, a literal champ, but he's been, really propping up BKFC big time.
oh no, he puts the company on his back and wants to run with it. And I think he's great to be at the top of the Knucklemania 6 card. What I thought was crazy was we always knew that Arlovsky was a big dude, but when they were face to face on stage yesterday at that press conference, Arlovsky's massive. Like
Yeah, he is.
He's ever before. He's like completely nose to nose, eye to eye with that giant of a man, fucking Ben Rothwell. So it's interesting to see what happens on the third go round this time in bare knuckle between them. Fantastic card, good press conference yesterday. Yoel Romero versus Lorenzo Hunt was on my wish list about 6 months ago.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yep.
As soon as that got announced, I was like, this fight looks mighty familiar.
Yes, it does. And we're going to talk about this more, but we got both halves of the main event tomorrow, Saturday night at Mohegan Sun, BKFC Fight Night, Mohegan Sun. I think was this the third or fourth time they've been at Mohegan now? 4. Wow. And we're going to have 5 next month too. It's crazy.
4 times.
When we asked these gentlemen to come on the show a week ago, they weren't fighting each other.
Nope.
And it just so happens.
Nope.
Things changed. Josh Copeland fell off. Anthony Garrett moves up. So we're going to start the show off talking to Parker Porter. We're going to follow it up with Anthony Garrett, who happens to be his opponent now. We're going to find out where both their heads are at before they go in there and main event Mohegan Sun. Might be some title fight implications for the winner of this one. Maybe sometime soon down the line. We'll see. Before we bring him on, let's talk about our sponsor, Full Blast Clothing. Go to fullblastclothing.com. Check out the clothing line. Shirts, hoodies, hats, everything. They got the Mike and Mish collab with Full Blast on there now. Click and go to Instagram and check out their Instagram page. Give them a follow. It's at Full Blast Clothing on Instagram. They are a company for the fighters and the fans. Take life full blast, Mike. Straight ahead. Let's go.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. All right, everybody. When we come back, we will be joined by the one and only Parker Porter.
There he is joining us from nearby. Are you at Mohegan?
Right down
Sun,
that road, right there.
But way down. Hotel, man.
We're at the hotel. Welcome back to the show, Parker. We're excited to see you this weekend. And Mike just called you the one and only, but we seriously don't know. Maybe you have a child named Parker Jr. Are you the one and only, Parker?
I am the one and only Parker Porter.
There you go.
I knew that.
Good job, Mike.
I knew there was only one Parker Porter. That's a little bit of the accent. When I said that earlier, I realized it really came on thick there. That Rhode Island accent, that Parker Porter, park the car in the corner.
It makes it more authentic.
It's perfect. It's like the perfect name for the Northeast.
There you go. Parker, you're back. You're back in Mohegan Sun again. You're really making a living there with the BKFC. And like you heard me say in the intro here, you were supposed to be fighting Josh Copeland.
Yep.
Something happened. I don't even know the story. Mike, I don't know if he knows the story. What happened between you and Josh? What happened with Josh, and why is he off the card now?
I don't know for certain. I heard something about potential situation with a family member passing away. I haven't had a chance to reach out or find anything else. So I don't want to say that that's what it is because I don't know. I'm not trying to spread fake news. But if that's the case, then condolences, man. That's not anything that anybody should have to deal with, and I'm sorry for that.
All right. All right. Well, sorry to hear that too, if that is true. But you know what? Anthony Garrett has been on a tear in the BKFC, the big, massive heavyweight on a he's 3-0, 3-fight win streak with the company. You're undefeated. He's undefeated. I nothing against Josh or anything, but like this just got a little more interesting, I think. And
Yeah,
we
I
love
agree.
Cuddly Bear. We love Cuddly Bear. Every fight we go to, he always puts on a show. The battle that he had with Ben Rothwell at
Yes.
BKFC 41
Yeah,
was one of the craziest things we like.
Crazy heavyweight fight. Like that
Right.
was a fast-paced heavyweight fight.
I just remember being there ringside with Mike, and we're like, how many damn times is Ben gonna hit this fucking guy before he goes down? He never went down. It was
he's tough. He's tough.
Yeah.
And I was, we were preparing for a longer fight against Copeland for sure. Just on that alone, all of the things aside, the guy is gritty as hell. Like you can knock him down as many times as you want. He's getting back up. You got to put him to sleep to stop him.
Yeah. The champ, Ben Rothwell, said that he had the hardest head he's ever felt in his entire life. And that guy's been fighting for 25 years professionally. So, yeah, you got a big blockhead there. But now you got Anthony Garrett, man. And Anthony looked really good in his 3 fights with the BKFC. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, at one point he had the fastest heavyweight knockout for BKFC. Is that true?
Yes. It was like 12 seconds.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if that still stands, but the game plan, does it change like massively in the short term, like with the short notice change?
As much as you can on a week's notice. Minor adjustments about the plan of attack, but overall the goal is still the same.
So let me correct that. He actually knocked out John Orr in 16, and then he knocked out LeVar Johnson in 9.
Whoa.
Nice.
Just check that out. Yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
So he has number 1 and 2?
I guess so. I'd have to look up the, the actual stats on heavyweights, but as far as I know, that seems like it's close. If that's not close to the top for heavyweight knockouts, I know it's not the fastest knockout in BKFC history, but as far as heavyweights go, that's pretty goddamn fast.
Fastest one is what, like 7 seconds or something like
2 point something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was Justin Watson last year, and it was the second they said knuckle up, he came across the line, he dropped that dude, and he was out cold, like
that's
right there.
Wild.
Yeah,
that is wild.
And this is the only sport that you can do that.
Yeah. You can't get across a cage or a ring in any other combat sport in that amount of time, let alone land a knockout.
Yeah, Yuli Diaz held it for a long time. He had a 3-second knockout in BKFC 14. It was awesome. He came forward. He kind of like, what did he fake? He just threw his left out like a jab and then came over the top with a right. Soon as the ref said knuckle up, and he landed the right hand, but he had so much forward momentum, he just kind of ran over the guy and jumped, trying to jump over the ropes, and he like kind of fell over them, and then he was hyped up. But then Justin Watson, 2.9 seconds, just beat him.
No shit.
A little bit. Yeah, it's crazy.
So the question here is, Parker, you are. This will be your 3rd fight with the company. What this company's, where it's going and how it's been. We were just talking about Knucklemania 6. All of a sudden, we're 6 Knucklemanias into this journey with the BKFC, which is crazy. Heavyweight title at the top of that card: Ben Rothwell and Andrei Arlovsky. You got Perdomo out there. You got Aggie Faulkner overseas, wants to get in on the action. Where do you see yourself? And where do you see yourself? If you get through Anthony Garrett here in the main event this weekend at Mohegan Sun, your home base, you got to be eyeballing that Knucklemania 6 heavy main event, right? You're going to take a trip down there and be ringside.
I would love to do that. Yeah, I'd love to be able to get down there ringside, and then on top of it, you guys are coming back here the very next month in January. So I'd love to be at both of those. And make my presence known, especially in the heavyweight division. All things go according to plan on Saturday. Absolutely, we're gonna make moves like that. We're looking for the belt, man. I'm not just here to hang out. I want a shot at that title.
I thought of a specific quote. Not here to take part, here to take over. I thought you were
Yes,
gonna
sir.
say that for a second, but you're like, I can't do that. I can't.
No, I can't. It's
You know what though? This next couple of months is a perfect, or a few months, let's say, perfect time to just get that FaceTime, that airtime, because you're fighting, and then you're not fighting on the next card. At least I don't know. Maybe you will. I have no who knows. But
it's going to be pretty close.
yeah, Jan 17th,
Really.
you get to be there. And then, I mean, Philly, I was just saying that's still kind of right next door. I mean, it's just a quick drive away, and
That's
you
close
can
enough.
show your face there too. I mean, it's good. Man, the next 3 months are going to be awesome for bare knuckle.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute spectacle. I can't freaking wait. If the presser is any indicator of how the actual fight card is going to go, woof, we're in for a treat.
What was your favorite part of the presser?
Dude, man, it was
There's
just
a lot.
it was like a 3-ring circus. It's really hard to nail it down to just one. You know, my favorite part personally, because you know I'm being biased, being a heavyweight, was the announcement of Rothwell finally defending his belt against Arlovsky. I think you guys are going to have a lot of eyes on that. You know I'll be watching that fight for sure, and I'm going to be chomping at the heels of whoever walks away with that strap.
Do you think that the winner of your fight between you and Anthony, whoever that winner is, will be next in line? Because we know that they love Perdomo, and Perdomo is 10-0. But in his last fight, it took 3 rounds. Now I'm being nitpicky here because he did still get the finish. He's 10-0 with 10 finishes, but everybody was wondering, like, what's he going to look like when he makes it out of 1 round, right? And we saw him, and I don't know, like, a lot of people didn't seem too impressed by what they saw in the second, and then even less in the third. What did you think about Perdomo's performance down in Hollywood just a couple weeks ago?
I thought it was kind of to be expected, you know, especially because he's probably at this point gotten so accustomed to not having to make it out of the first round. I don't know what his conditioning's like, but anybody's going to start to get tired when you're swinging as hard as you can. It doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in, you're going to start to gas out. But I thought he still remained very technically sound. You know, he was still sitting down on his punches really well. He was throwing crisp, sharp shots. He didn't look overly labored in the way that like he was just kind of falling into his punches or anything. So, you know, I still think, and obviously he still has that knockout power because he still got it done in the third. So I think that he might have learned a lot from that as well. And if he did, then you can expect him to go back and make the adjustments necessary to make sure that doesn't even have to be a question in anybody's mind moving forward.
We always talk about it on this show. Like this is that sport that you need to get in there and try it, to download the information and make the adjustments, because when you take your first fight with the BKFC in bare knuckle, you don't exactly know how you should really be training for it, right? Like, you know, you got to focus more on boxing, obviously, but then you get in there and you recognize, like, boxing's one thing when you have big cushions on your hands, but in this sport, you need to place those punches exactly precisely where you want them, or you're going to fuck your hands up, and it's going to be a tough night for you. And then, like, you realize that your MMA background comes into play way more than you thought it would with the dirty boxing and the clinch game and all that stuff. So, you know, like what you just said about Perdomo never making it out of the first round, like, if you took his first 9 fights put together, he probably only had 3 minutes of fighting in his entire BKFC career. What would you say about, like, from your first fight to your second fight and what you took out of the second fight going into now your third? Like, how much have you transitioned from, you know, full-time MMA fighter to now, like, heading into your third? You've had 2 fights worth of input to download going into this third one.
I think the biggest takeaway was especially from the second fight where I actually got dropped and had the come from behind. I got back up, we readjusted, and went after it and got the sealed the victory. But yeah, I think that was the biggest adjustment. It was a little bit of a boost in confidence of like, all right, even when you get dropped, not that you want to get hit, but I have that much more confidence in my ability to get back up off the canvas if I get dropped, or being prepared, having dropped Gormley in the first fight 2 times and he got back up, making the right assessment the first time around with him when I dropped him the first time, not just lunging back in as hard and fast as I could, being intelligent, being kind of picking my shots and being smart. So I think the biggest thing I've learned in that amount of time is how to be patient and, like you said, really make sure that I place the shots as well as I can.
Absolutely. Mike, you good?
Yeah, man. So say you get the win, right? What do you do when you go? You're gonna go to Philly. You got to go to Philly, right?
I would love to.
You've got to go to Philly. Are you going to be the guy that jumps in the ring if something happens and you're going to get in? You got to get in someone's face. You're going to make a fight happen. You're just going to be chilling off to the side. Like what is a plan for a guy like you? You got to really get your face in there because, like, that moment I feel like is everything. And you see it when we were in New Jersey. Dave Mundell's on the side of the ring. He's got to get in there. You know what I mean? You don't get in there at the right time and nobody's. I feel like that's what it is because you do have Perdomo there and Anthony Garrett's dealing with the same thing on his end, right? It's like after this fight, it's just the culmination of your bare knuckle career. It's right there because you have these different avenues you can take, and it's like it's all about what you do outside of the ring after that.
Right.
Do you have plans for that type of thing?
No, I'm definitely much more of a shoot from the hip kind of guy. Like seize the moment when it presents itself, not try to force it to be there. But I promise you that if the moment presents itself, I will grab it right by the neck.
I think Mike it's a good question because I think with the state of the heavyweight division, you have to try to make some noise. With Perdomo out there, with Nick Terrell still in the division, with Aggie Faulkner overseas, the UK heavyweight champion, he wants in on the action. With Pat Brady on that same card that same night at Knucklemania 6, fighting Bear Hill, they're both undefeated. Only one of those guys could want in on the action here. I think it's like, what they say, what is it? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Like,
yeah.
I think whether you're a reserves kind of guy or a real outgoing boisterous dude, you got to come out of your shell. I think whoever wants it needs to call for it because there's 4 or 5 of you out there that are all right on that cusp of getting the next shot, and who knows which direction they go. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, so I'll have to make sure that I take my own advice and make sure I make some noise.
Yeah. I'm not surprised Arlovsky's fighting for the championship, but I am, if that makes sense, because it's, like he just snuck in there. He just kind of showed up.
He did.
Then he just snuck in there. And like that happens all the time is every time I think I know what's going to happen, then something else happens. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't see that happen. What about this other dude over here? Now what happens? Then they got to fight again. And it happens. It happens. And it happens often. So
yeah,
right.
There's no real predictability to it.
Pull out your inner running.
There's also like inner chael, and if you could pull out an inner chael, I'll be very impressed, Parker, because there's only one Chael Sonnen, and that dude's the best that ever did it with the microphone.
Undefeated, held every
that would be tough, man. That would be tough. I would do my best, but those are big shoes to fill.
You know what though, and the closest guy to him ever on the mic is a part owner of the BKFC. Do you remember when Chael and Connor were both on stage and they were jabbing at each other?
Oh my God, dude. It was
and Chael said something and Connor says, those shoes talk better than you do. Because Chael had like beat up ass brown shoes on and he was like trying to bust on Connor's clothes and he was like, come on, man, those shoes talk better than you do. It was like,
they've both had some ridiculous one-liners.
Absolutely. Best ever.
I freaking love those guys. That's what, some people, they either love, love the shit talking or they hate it. And I don't know. I'm like, I love it so much. I love WWF growing up. I love the shit talking. You know,
I'm in between. I like them both. You know, like I like good, comical, intelligent shit talking. When you
Right.
get two guys that are just like blabbering, like, oh,
yeah,
well, F you. Well, no, F you. You know, like it's like,
yeah.
whatever. You know, you're both stupid. Shut up.
Some forced stuff. Yeah. When it's
Yeah, but
forced,
when
you can tell.
you get somebody comical, like, you know, like McGregor's really like quick-witted, and the same thing with Chael. So you get two guys like that going back and forth, and that's pure entertainment.
And Bisping, dude. Bisping was on the stage that same night.
God.
And one of the funniest ones ever was when Luke Rockhold and Bisping were on stage together. And Rockhold was like, you got to believe, you got to achieve. And he was like, believe, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was so organic and so funny. It was just great. Yeah, man. I hope you guys put on. I know you're going to put on a show, but you're back at the Mohegan Sun after you fight here at the Mohegan Sun. Are you comfortable? Do you like fighting at the Mohegan Sun every single time the BKFC gives you a call, or are you looking to go somewhere else?
I love fighting here. It's hometown, of course. Why wouldn't I love it here? I got great support, but I'm certainly not opposed to going wherever they want me to go. You know, I've gone all over the world fighting MMA. Why would I limit myself to just my backyard for the BKFC?
And this one is right before the holidays. Are you going to have a big crowd there, a big group of friends and family at the Mohegan Sun right before Christmas?
More than likely, yeah. I sold a few tickets, and definitely have a lot of people that bought some tickets online. You know, people that I don't even know are going to show up or probably showing up. So I'm putting a little bit of extra pressure on myself, but I tend to do better that way.
And what's the plan after the fight? You guys got some Christmas plans? Any big plans, or just at home with the wife and kids?
I don't even know right now off the top of my head. I haven't seen anything. Nothing exists past Saturday right now. I've been so dialed in and focused on this. I mean, I know Christmas is happening, but I'm like, I'm actually a little foggy on the details, and like, thank God for my wife. She's been, you know, holding everything down in that sense. But I'm pretty sure Christmas, my twins are with their mom this year, so we won't have them Christmas Day. We'll be doing Christmas morning at our house, and just, you know, having the family stop by, real casual kind of stuff, easy day. So I'm looking forward to that, because everything's been really hustle and bustle the last like 8 weeks.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. You said your wife's holding it down because you've been training for fighting, but let's be honest. If you weren't training for fighting, would the wife still be holding it down? Is that like is it safe to say? Like
she would be holding it down, but she wouldn't have to hold down as much.
Yeah, you would take like a good 5-10% off of her plate.
Yeah,
right?
you know, like I'll carry a little bit of that weight. You know,
do like 6-7%. Oh, did I just say that? Oh my god! But
you did. You did it, and you did this with your hands too.
I know.
Oh no!
I should be kicked right off this show right now. But no, you know, I keep seeing all the memes about that, like kids opening up the presents, and like it's like person looking and like being surprised, like looking over, like what the hell's going on, you know? Because I don't know what any of the presents when the kids are opening them.
Yeah, like, oh no shit, Santa got that for you, huh?
Wow. Because Amazon, the last couple of years, I've been telling Steph, like, what the hell? We used to go out. You used to have to go out and find things. Like, no matter if it was a month ahead or whatever, and you'd have to look around. So you'd just go together. You would just had to do it. But now it's like, oh, there was this for sale in August and here and boom, boom. And now everything's all over the place. A
stack of Amazon boxes in our room.
Yeah.
Just like,
now you get a list
of presents that need to be wrapped up after this.
Right? Now you're getting a list, but everything's already gotten. You're like, wait, what? Oh, like, that's all those things?
Boop, boop.
It's too easy, man. It really is too easy.
It's done. Yeah.
I'm the most surprised.
Dude, and the crazy shit about the whole thing is, like, 2 days before Christmas, you could still be buying stuff on Amazon and get it on the 23rd. It'll get there, and you just all you got to wrap that. It's crazy. It is really crazy. It's what a world we live in right now. It's
really
too easy to spend all your money.
They're really playing into that fair, that last minute.
Especially
did
when
I buy
you got
my
kids
enough? Yeah. You know that, like, last minute, did we get the kids enough? Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Amazon's
That's
really
a constant
capitalizing.
conversation in our house. Constant conversation
dude,
in our house.
do-
I'm like,
do-
they got
do
enough.
your
They got
wives-
enough. Stop.
Do your wives do what my wife does? My wife has an Excel spreadsheet, right? And she has and she has it like color coordinated to like, this is from us, this is from the big man, you know what I'm saying? And like
Yep.
and it's lined up like how many presents will he be opening from Santa versus how many we're giving, and
Right.
like
Yeah.
and I'm like, man. She's like, what would you do if I wasn't here doing this? I was like, I don't
That's
know.
it. Kyle helps. You looked at the list.
I would just
out
be
that way.
buying a bunch of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. Right? Honest to God.
It certainly wouldn't be as orchestrated. That's for sure.
No, absolutely not. Like you just said, like 3 days before Amazon, 3 days before Christmas, I'd be laying them things out and be like, oh, 7 over there, 5. Fuck Amazon. I gotta order 2 more things.
Yeah. I need another one. We don't have even numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. Then Parker, Saturday is a huge opportunity for you. Main eventing. We're gonna be at the weigh-ins tomorrow night. Yes. Saturday night, we're gonna party at the Tom's Watch Bar afterwards with you and everybody. We got Anthony Garrett coming on here in a minute. What can you say? What you have something that you would like to say to your opponent stepping in and taking this fight on short notice, and what can we expect when you and that massive dude step into the squared circle on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I would like to say thanks for stepping up on short notice. Appreciate it. You know, keeping the main event going, and giving me the opportunity to fight still. And the second would be that, you know, make sure you're ready to go. We're going to put on an awesome show, and we're going to give the fans exactly what they came for. It's going to be fireworks right off the first bell.
Love that. No more exciting start to a fight in any other sport. I mean, I'm telling you, we already talked about it earlier. What other sport do you start 3 feet away from each other, and you can land a jab off the opening second of the fight? It's unbelievable. Right. You guys are in the Mohegan Sun Arena, which is, I've said it a million times, one of the best arenas to watch combat sports in, whether it be boxing, MMA, reality fights, BKFC, whatever. I'm telling you, it's like when they built the Mohegan Sun Arena, it's like acoustically perfect. It's just made.
It's like the Coliseum, man. It's like a Roman Coliseum. It's amazing.
And there's not a bad seat
in the whole house. You can see everything from everywhere. Like you said, the acoustics, something about the way the percussion of a good placed punch, the way it reverberates off of that placement, you could hear it all the way across the whole casino, not just in the arena.
I've probably been to 50 events in that arena, and every single one of them is great, whether it be Bellator or reality. Like I said, CES, BKFC, I always had a good time in there. And also, if you're into casinos, it happens to be in one of the nicest casinos you'll ever step foot in your entire life.
Yeah.
So everybody is up for a good time Saturday night. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. One night before weigh-ins tomorrow. Go do your thing tomorrow. Any final words for everybody before we let you go?
No, just thank you guys for supporting me, and I can't wait to put on a hell of a show for you guys. We're gonna go chase that belt.
Good stuff, Parker. Mike, what else you got for him?
Love to hear it. Everybody else, you're gonna love to keep hearing this, because I'm gonna tell you over and over and over again tonight. Porter versus Garrett. It's happening this weekend. Early Christmas present, friends. Santa is coming early. BKFC, December 20th, Mohegan Sun. And then we get Mohegan Sun again, January 17th. But for now, this is it, baby. And I cannot wait. This is going to be a good one. Take care. We will see you tomorrow. And everybody else, stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to be joined by the other big man in the main event on Saturday, Anthony Garrett.
Later,
Take
Parker.
care. See you tomorrow.
Later, guys.
Later. Hey now.
Hey, Anthony Garrett, you're there. We saw you, and
Been
now we're
seeing
Oh,
him.
there he is.
Black
Oh, there he
suit.
is.
I couldn't hear you guys for a second.
Hey, there you are. I knew you were there.
Oh, yeah, I
Welcome
was
to
here
the
for a
show,
while.
my friend. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
You were
guys.
listening.
I was
Absolutely,
listening
no
a little
problem.
bit. I was spying on him.
You know, last time we saw you, or last time I saw you, was down in Texas on that
Mhm.
massive Fort Worth card, and you look great for the third time in a row, man. And you just keep looking better in the sport. We were just talking to Parker. He just does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a sport that you can really learn every time you go out there. You just can get a little bit better and a little bit better. And the best of the best are the ones that have the most fights, like Lorenzo Hunt and
Yep.
Christine Faria. Luis Palomino and Britton Hart, they all have the most time in there. They've perfected the craft, but it's like you, from fight 1 to fight 2 to fight 3, seem like you've been progressing just as well, you know?
Yeah, I could say the same thing about Parker Porter too. I mean, we're both like those gritty guys that are going to learn, kind of like we want to be baptized by fire. We want to learn the real way and not bullshit. Yeah.
Speaking of baptisms, I'm gonna talk. You're the warrior of Christ, okay?
Yeah.
And I love the nickname, but at one point you were Anthony Lionheart, Garrett. Did
Yeah.
you want to change your nickname because there was already an Anthony Lionheart out
Oh,
there?
no. I could care less about that guy. No offense to him. I mean, he's smaller weight class and everything. Yeah. No, that nickname was given to me by some teammates back in Kansas City. Because in my younger years, when I was a little leaner, they were like, "You look like Jean-Claude Van Damme," and I was like, "I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you." I said, "I don't know. He's a pretty stacked, brick shit house looking guy, but I'll take it." But no, I've talked about it a few times before. I went through a really hard time, and I didn't see my daughter for 14 months, and it got pretty dark, and I didn't sleep for like 6 days. So I checked myself in the hospital and got some help. And I had like a dream of Jesus Christ coming to me and telling me everything was going to be okay. And through fasting and prayer and his help, I was able to titrate off the meds and do a natural approach on bettering myself mentally and physically, and become the man I am today to take care of myself and my daughter. Yeah.
Wow. Well, everything is good with you and your daughter now.
We're in a custody battle over her, but she knows that I'm around and I love her, and that's why I moved to Texas, was literally only for her. I have no family and a very small circle of friends down there, but you do what you got to do for your kids, and she's my world, obviously.
Wow. Well, of course. I have 2 boys. He has 2 girls. Our
Yep.
kids are our whole world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We all love what we do here, and like Mike and I are both in the Army still, and
Nice. Well, thank you
all
for your
that
service.
thank you. And hey, and shout out to President Trump for giving
Yeah.
everybody the 24th and the 26th off.
Yes,
There you go,
that is
yeah.
correct. That's
Man.
nice. That is nice. I like that.
That's our commander in chief right there, taking care of the
Well,
boys.
yeah,
That's
DT does a good job. I'll give him that for sure, 100%.
I'll
Yeah,
take
no,
that for sure.
Yeah, Mike sent me the executive order.
The
Was it?
executive order, yeah.
Yeah,
It came out
he's-
this evening, yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
very cool.
I was like, sweet. I took
Well,
leave.
well
I'm like,
deserved for sure. Yeah, well deserved.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But you were going, Kyle. You were saying, both of us,
right.
We love this. We love our jobs and everything.
Yep.
But when it all boils down, right? It's
the
about the
kids.
kids.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I do everything for her. She knows that. She doesn't know that I fight yet, but she'll find out one day. Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 6. She's not ready for it. She's not ready to know what her dad does.
Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. When Parker fought last time at Mohegan Sun, wasn't that his son's first time at a live event?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah,
He said it was
that's
the first
funny.
time that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
He
pick
said-
and choose when to tell them, because
Both
it's
of them, right? Was it
yeah.
both of them?
Yeah, both. Yeah, when do you do that? When's the right time? When's the right age?
I'm going to wait about a year or two. She's a girl, so definitely going to wait a little bit longer. If she was a boy, I think I would tell her. She would already know if she was a boy.
So what does she think you do?
She thinks I coach people, which I do, and then she thinks I train people, and that's it. She doesn't know that I fight because
Awesome.
I'm a coach and personal trainer and everything. So yeah.
Dude, when you first came onto the scene in the BKFC,
Mhm.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know much about you, and you go
Yeah.
out there and you smoke the first dude
John Orr.
in like 17 or 15, 16, 17 seconds,
16.
whatever it was.
16. Yeah.
And then they line you up with LeVar Johnson, Big Johnson, this massive dude with all this
Yep.
MMA background and all this checkered background. Like everyone knows who LeVar Johnson is.
Yeah.
Right? He's a straight up G. And
Yep.
you make quick work
Even
of this
quicker
dude.
work.
And
Yep.
we're like,
Even quicker, yeah.
whoa. Yeah, we're like, whoa, this guy is definitely somebody we got to pay attention to here. And then you go out and you get your third win down in Texas. And I wanted to say, did you ask for Kenzie Morrison that night in the press conference?
I've asked for a lot of people. I said I would fight him, and then I also called out Andre Arvalski too, because he fought that night against Josh Copeland, and I thought he looked like shit.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you in the press conference afterwards saying a few things. But did you know that you were gonna take to the sport so comfortably? Like it seems like you've adapted very well to the bare knuckle sport.
I didn't think that I was gonna love it as much as I did till I got in there, and then it just the realness of it. And I mean, I've changed my entire fight training, my regimen, my everything just for this sport. I've learned a lot, and I'm ready to learn more, obviously, with a game opponent and Parker Porter. But I mean, I'm just taking it one day at a time, and it feels like a dream sometimes. I mean, both those fast knockouts, beating Hayes Wilson, who was 4-0, and XFN's bare knuckle heavyweight champion. I mean, God, it's almost unreal. But yeah, I'm taking it as I go thing and trying to just shoot. I'm trying to shoot for the moon. So if I miss, I'll land amongst the stars and be in a comfortable place. Yeah.
So we were just talking. You had 16-second knockout, and then you had 9 seconds, and then your third fight was 1 minute and 36 seconds. That totals 2 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah.
So you 3 fights. You've only been in there 1 second over a round.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. Do you think that's good or bad for you? For us, fantastic. For you, how does that work out? Because you do all this training. And some guys do that too. Like look at Perdomo. We were talking about him earlier. He's got 10 fights. He just finally made to the third round. Like his fight went like 20 times longer than it ever has.
Yeah.
All the rest of them, he just gets in and he's out of there. And it's like, shit, he's been training for years now and didn't even go into the third round till his 10th fight. I mean, is that helpful for you? Yeah,
I think the Hayes Wilson fight obviously taught me the most. I mean, when I first hopped on, I heard Parker Porter talking about when he got dropped in his last fight. And the same thing happened to me. I stepped in a little too quick and got clipped with a little uppercut. I mean, Hayes hit it perfect, clean, right on the button. And I dropped down to one knee and popped right back up and shook it off. And I refocused, recalibrated my brain, and I knocked him down twice and got the knockout. So obviously learned more from that fight. And I knew Hayes was the guy that could help me learn because I beat him in kickboxing on XFN years before. And he's just the guy that I respected enough to fight his fight and stand and trade with him because I did not do that against John and LeVar, obviously. Nor would I want to against LeVar. That's a big shout out to him. He was Valor's heavyweight champion for a reason in bare knuckle, and he was one of the hardest hitting heavyweights the UFC ever saw. So he was not the guy I was going to play that with, but I respected Hayes, and I had fought him before, and I wanted to challenge myself and learn a lot. And I definitely owe him a lot that I learned a shit ton against him. And there's some confidence going into Parker Porter about, I know if I get hit, I can, same as him, he has the same confidence, I guarantee it. We can give each other our best and we'll be able to bite down and get back up and keep working. I think it's just like, it's going to be an amazing fight, like incredible electricity going on and just fireworks for about 2 rounds. I think one of us is going to go out after about a round or two.
Well, 2 big guys like yourself swinging them things.
Yep.
I was just saying to him, I lost train of thought. No,
All
but
good.
I agree. I agree that you guys both come with action, and what I was saying to Parker was that this fight could catapult either one of you two right into the conversation of the
Yeah.
winner at Knucklemania 6. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's in the conversation because Perdomo just
100%. Yeah.
fought. Perdomo just fought. You know, like the winner of this could possibly fight Perdomo, and that could be a
I agree.
title
I agree with that.
eliminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
Mick Terrell, who's one of the best to ever do it. He's still out there. He's
Yeah.
he lost the title last year. He's been out for a year, but Mick, we've heard that Mick is back training and he wants back in there.
Awesome.
Aggie
Yeah.
Aggie Faulkner's look good overseas. On that same card, I was just saying the Parker, you also got Pat Brady, who's undefeated down there. So there's a lot of very impressive heavyweights out there. And
Yeah.
the division looks better now than it has in a very long time. So where do you see yourself going after Saturday night if you come out victorious over Parker?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spoken to him in person yet, but my first words to him, I want to explain to him and help him from a business standpoint. One of us needs to call out Perdomo. Like whoever wins this fight needs to just call him out and say, that's the fight we want. That's the fight that makes sense. While Andre and Big Ben throw down, one of us needs to go down to Hollywood, Florida and knock out Perdomo. And I honestly do believe, this is much respect to Parker Porter, if we fought Perdomo that night, one of us, the way Corey fought him, I love Corey Willis to death. I was there for the fight. I talked to him afterwards. He knew what he did wrong. He knew the mistakes he made. Love him to death. He didn't follow the game plan that he had set up with his coaches to the T. And I guarantee if he would have done what he planned, it would have gone to the 5th round. And I guarantee you, if Parker Porter and I fought Perdomo like that, we would win. And that's a big respect to Parker and myself because of our MMA background, because of our skills and our talent, and the fact that we've been in there with combat sports that help us in bare knuckle, where it's Muay Thai for me, kickboxing and MMA, and a ton of MMA for Parker Porter. We both would give Perdomo trouble, I promise. Like I was there, I was ringside, right next to Lorenzo Hunt and Kai Stewart and Christine Ferreira, and everyone around me, Mohawk and a bunch of other guys were like, you would have done, you probably would have beaten him that night. I cut to make heavyweight. I'm 6'5", and I do like to fight dirty on the inside and brawl and jam, and that's what I would have done to Perdomo. So my advice as a fellow fighter and future friend of Parker Porter, because there's going to be respect no matter what happens, is I truly believe the winner should call out Perdomo and should go down to Hollywood, Florida, and fight him. I 100% believe both of us have a good chance, and we need to focus on Saturday night, obviously, because we got a huge test ahead of us. But for the winner, it just makes sense. It makes sense, 100%.
It seemed like Corey wasn't throwing punches. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what
that's the exact same thing he said. Yeah, he told me backstage he was like, "Go ahead."
No, I was gonna say I don't know what the strike numbers were, but if remembering what I was watching, it just seemed like he was like barely. If he threw double-digit punches in a round, I would be shocked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he told me he was a little taken back by just the thickness of Perdomo, and his he was a little faster than he assumed, but he still did great. I mean, he did amazing for testing and pushing Perdomo, and he took a big risk fighting them like that. He could have been clipped and knocked out super fast, but he didn't care. He bit down in his mouthpiece and gave it hell. And his initial game plan was what you just said, was to throw more volume, and he should have. He would have done amazing. He might have even caught Perdomo and dropped him. I mean, it was a fun fight to see. But yeah, Perdomo did fine tune some things in the middle of the rounds. And I think his cornerman, I was on Perdomo's side. I could hear his corners really, talking to him and give him some advice on sitting down more and throwing and stepping off and trying to box him and not, run in there and you're not going to kill him in the first punch. You got to set it up better. And that's what he did. He set up a clean shot and dropped Corey. But Corey did tell me he felt like he could have continued, and he just, I think he got in his own head from what he told me. So it was a very good performance, and I was very proud of Corey as a friend who've talked to him multiple times. And I think, like I said, one of us between me and Parker Porter need to call him out, because no one's calling Perdomo out. And I've called him out before. I'll call him out again. And I also think Parker Porter can beat him and should call him out too.
I totally think that is the right thing to do, because
Yep.
I know you were in the virtual green room towards the end of the conversation we were having with Parker Porter, and I was saying, like, the plans for inside the ring, that's the main plan. Got to get in there. You're training for that, whatever.
Yep.
But really, and this has been for a while, what happens outside that ring, especially after this weekend's fight in the heavyweight division, it could mean a lot. And what happens, the following months too, because we've got a lot of local fights, and there's just so many different ways it can go in this heavyweight division. So yeah, I do agree with that. Somebody's got to call them out and put their name in that hat, in the running, because you don't know where it's going to go. It's so I have no idea what's going to happen with this heavyweight division, because I thought for sure Perdomo, like, they were going to make him fight for the title next, or have him fight for the title, I should say. But then he didn't. He fought Corey Willis, and now I don't even think they're going to have him fight the winner of Knucklemania. Like, I just really have no idea. I'm confused. I'm always in the dark about that.
The word I've heard through the grapevine is Aggie, or how do you say his name? The European champion.
Aggie Faulkner.
Faulkner, that Perdomo and him want to fight each other.
That'd be good.
I'd watch that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Big test for sure.
I looked up the stats. Sorry, before we move on from that, I did look up the stats of the fight, and I don't know. I feel like now I've got to go watch the fight again, or the stats are wrong. Total punches, 64 thrown for Perdomo, 50 thrown for Willis. Does that sound correct? So round one, right? That does not sound right. Round one, 16 for Willis thrown, 16 thrown in the second, and 18 thrown in the third. But I'm like, when I think about the fight, I'm like, there's no way through that many, right?
I felt like there was one round where he
not remembering correctly,
barely threw a punch. I don't know.
We were probably all yelling at the screen. Like I was yelling ringside for him to fucking throw. I was like, go, 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 go.
They have him throw more punches than Perdomo in the third round, 18 to 15.
Interesting.
And the first two,
that's definitely a watch
Perdomo only threw 2 more punches in the second round, 18 to 16. So I just I don't really. There's no way, right?
You got to go back and watch.
I have to go back and watch now. Now I feel like I saw a totally different fight. And it could be because when you're in that moment, when you're like watching it and you're like waiting for an outcome, I feel like I'm not totally paying attention to everything. I'm just looking. I'm not. It's weird. It's like I'm in another world. And then I watch the fight back and I'm like, I don't remember that happening.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. I'm definitely going to have to watch that one back for sure.
Those numbers don't sound right, but.
So tomorrow, you got the weigh-ins. You just mentioned a little earlier that you cut to make heavyweight. Are you cutting right now, or?
Yeah, that's what I was at the gym cutting. Yeah, I've changed already. I'm a little over still, so I'll cut the rest in the morning. But energy's great, feels easy, way better than my last cut. A lot of people don't know this, but I cut 21 pounds to fight Hayes, and that fucking hurt.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't realize that. I know you're a huge dude, but I didn't realize that you cut to make heavyweight. And I'll be honest with you. Normally, we try not to talk to fighters the night before weigh-ins, but I figure we get 2 heavyweights on here and they won't be cutting anyway. So we'll just chop it up with the fucking heavyweights. And here you are proving me wrong.
No, it's I mean, I super respect the little guys because they go through hell. I mean, I'm a big ass dude. I mean, I'm 6'5" and I'm thick. Cutting weight for me is a little bit easier. I would say it's probably like what I cut is probably equivalent to 7 to 9 pounds for a little guy. So I mean, it's. I mean, I sweat more. I'm bigger. I mean, my shits, are bigger than theirs. I'm gonna, yeah. I lose
That's
weight.
what
I
I was
lose
thinking.
weight faster. Let's just say that.
Take a good dump and you could lose at least 5 pounds.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm not that big, dude. Come on.
Come on.
2 pounds.
Listen,
2
I
pounds.
don't know, man. I'm like 160 probably, average 155 -ish,
Yeah.
and I could drop a main one. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You could probably lose
This
5
guy.
pounds.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever fought up here in the Northeast?
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting because I know Parker Porter's not a bitch like my last opponent up here. I fought Jake Hager for Bellator up here, and he kneed me in the crotch 3 times and wouldn't fight me again afterwards.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
fought him at Mohegan Sun?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, no way.
I've called
Man,
him out so many times, man.
When was that?
That was forever ago. Like a long time ago, man. That was at least
Like
6
before
years.
COVID? Like
Yeah, before COVID. Yeah, before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm looking at it
Because
right
during
now.
COVID, when they made their home over there at
Yeah,
Mohegan
I
Sun,
came up here too. I was supposed to fight Davion Franklin, but I was one of the guys that caught COVID. I got sent home.
It
Yeah,
was
I ended.
October 25th,
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, I ended up in the ER when I got back to Kansas City from supposed to fight Davion
COVID?
Franklin up here. Yeah, during COVID. Yeah. Yeah.
So I lived 25, 30 minutes from Mohegan Sun.
Okay. Nice.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, so and Mike's about an hour. So
Okay.
during COVID, Bellator, that was their bubble. So
Yep.
like there was always like almost every weekend they were down there.
Yep.
We were going to freaking Bellator events left and right, especially because they would throw Bellator tickets on VetTix,
Yep.
and they would only fill half the arena or whatever it was
Yeah.
because of the COVID restrictions. And like we'd always grab free tickets from VetTix and shoot down there. We were just saying it to Parker. Mohegan Sun Arena is fantastic for fights.
Oh,
man.
it's amazing. Yeah.
It's a great spot. Good. It's a great casino. Great everything about it. Like the whole atmosphere there is fantastic. So we're
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing you and him throw down.
Oh, it'll be amazing. Yeah.
Mike and I will be hosting an after party too, and I hope you.
Yeah.
come
You
up
guys
there.
invited me. Yeah. I'll definitely try to swing by. Yeah. Is it in the casino?
Yes, it's right across
Literally,
Yeah. That'll be easy. Yeah.
from the arena
Yeah.
doors, like the arena entrance where the mall-ish
Yeah.
area is. It's on the 2nd floor, right up the escalator on the left. It's nice sports bar, very, very nice.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gotta
I've
be
been there.
nice to
Yeah.
be in there. Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
So,
You know where like Lansdowne Pub and like the club are. Like
Yep.
the-
Oh, yeah. 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 Yep.
It's right next door to the club, so it's right.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
It should be a good time.
Everybody tends to go. I'd say like at least 75% of the card shows up with their
Oh, that's
corns
awesome.
and their family, and it's
Yeah.
a good time. A lot of people from our unit are there. We're in a aviation unit here in Connecticut. A lot of the soldiers go to see the fights, especially because VetTix gives
Yeah.
away. They've given away 200 tickets for this.
Oh,
event,
amazing.
which is
Nice. Very cool.
To veterans, which is awesome. So
You
yeah,
guys
we
might
get a
like
lot
one of my sponsors. I just got a sponsorship that I didn't charge them anything, but it's Veterans for Child Rescue.
Nice.
They're a nonprofit organization that puts all their money that they fundraise towards, rescuing kids who've been kidnapped or sex trafficked. And they have like 100% conviction rate on the people that they catch. And it's all police officer vets or current police officers, military vets or current military guys. Yeah.
Is
And
it
do you have a-
vetforchildrescue.org?
Yes.org. Yep.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
the
do you
guy
have a
that
link-
the guy
a
that
link
hooked
in
me
your-
up wants to be left anonymous, but he is the founder. I won't say his name like he asked, but
Sure.
he did. Yeah, he did say, it's obviously, I told him I would throw out the name, and I'm going to be wearing, it's not this hat, but I'll be wearing a hat as I walk out for the sponsorship. And I didn't charge him a penny, obviously, because I have a daughter and I know what that is, and I know that it's important. So I definitely want to help him out.
Nice. That
Yep.
sounds like a great organization. And
Yep.
do you have a link? Do you have a link to that one, like in your profile or anything on Instagram? If anybody wants,
I do need to put it on there, but we just linked up like literally like this week. I think it was
Okay.
this Monday. Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yep.
Any final words you want to say to the audience or to the crowd that's going to be there at the Mohegan Sun Saturday, or for anybody that's coming out to the weigh-ins tomorrow night? Any final words? Go ahead and take the mic, and the
Yeah.
floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge, amazing thing. I mean, and I've said it before. It's an honor and a privilege to main event with Parker Porter in his hometown, his backyard, and it's my second main event too, and it's always an amazing experience, and then it's just going to be an amazing, electric fight from the start to finish, and fireworks all night. I promise the whole card is going to be incredible, but most importantly, in our fight, don't blink, because when two big ass powerful men fight, and we know what's going to happen. We know we're going to eventually stand toe to toe and give each other the best that we can. One of us is probably going to go night night, and obviously may the best man win. And I'll see Parker Porter tomorrow at weigh-ins, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, interesting tidbit of information in the comment section right here. Big Ben,
Yeah.
the organization you were talking about, says, check it out. Last month they had 256 arrests and convictions.
Yeah.
In 1 month.
Yep.
Wow.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing that they're doing things like that, but that is fucking scary.
Yep.
Right? Good Lord.
Yeah,
what kind of world do we live in?
it was a let's just say it was an interesting conversation I had with one of his partners. Man, he had me almost in tears with how many kids. It's like, I want to say it's close to like 800,000. It's an absolutely absurd number. And I'm like, and I asked him, I said, why the fuck is the news not? And he goes, exactly. He's like, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theory guy, but trust me, it's absurd and crazy. And that's why we do what we do. And I said, no questions asked. I will, I wish I could get it put on my fight shorts. Just not enough time, but I said, send me a hat. I'll walk out in it. I gave a patch to Sean Willock and Chris Lytle tonight, and they're going to mention it as I walk out. And honestly, that's more important than the fight itself. I mean, those kids, I have kids, you guys have kids, Parker Porter has kids. That's more important than the fight, just to make it known that it's that serious and that these guys are doing an incredible thing. And, I'm all on board. I can't wait to work with them more in the future.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's saying that's just Florida alone, Kyle.
Just Florida alone. Wow. That's
yeah.
disgusting.
It's probably more. Yeah. If you count the rest of the country.
There's a lot of sick fucks in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could go way off into a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I know. I was just, all sorts of things are racing through my mind now. Let's draw it back. Good. No, that is a great organization.
Yeah.
Definitely going to look more into that organization. That is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, thank you for coming on the show. We're pumped.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We will see you tomorrow night at the weigh-ins at the Mohegan Sun, and we will be there at the event and the after party, having a blast with everybody. So thanks for coming on here tonight. Any final words before we let you go? I
just want to give a huge shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and my daughter, Lucy Joe. Make it quick for you guys.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you, Anthony.
Beautiful.
Mike, what else you got for him?
Thank you.
Well, I know you just heard this a little while ago, and everybody's been watching all night. You got to know already. Porter versus Garrett, BKFC Fight Night, Mohegan Sun, December 20th, early Christmas. Santa is here already in Connecticut, and he's giving us a BKFC event, and I am taking it. This is the one present that I do know that we're getting. I might not know what the kids are getting, but I know what I'm getting, and that's BKFC Fight Night Mohegan Sun, baby. I cannot wait. I just looked on vettix.org. There are just under 20 tickets available, so if you are in the area and you are a veteran, get on vettix.org right now and pick up some free tickets to
Yep.
come see the fights, and then join us at Tom's Watch Bar afterwards for the after party and meet some of these fighters. Take some pictures,
Yep.
exchange some stories, and have a great grand old time. And I'll be there drinking vodka and Red Bull. Okay. So, Anthony Garrett, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thanks for
love
having me,
you
guys.
on, and we'll meet you in person tomorrow. And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
looking forward to it. Thank you so much. And everybody else, we'll be right back after
Yep.
this.
Have a good night,
Good
guys.
night. Thank you.
Peace.
Yep.
Yes, that is the fun at the Mohegan Sun, and we're doing it again this weekend. Baby, what do you got there? Kyle, what do you got?
You don't know what that is?
Those are the coins. Are we giving those away? Or are those the coins from the one that we did before?
These are the coins from the one we did before. I wish we had more, but
I know.
yeah.
Look
I
at that.
just-
We've
I-
been rhyming.
I was-
Didn't know it.
Dude, I was sitting here just playing with this thing the whole time we were talking, and then while you were playing that little video there, I looked down at what I've been fucking fiddling around with in my hand, and I'm like, oh, would you look at that? Would you look at it? Just look at it.
Would you just look at that? Would you just look at it? I see Falcons like, what is that? What is
Yeah.
Let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy. You know what? I have an extra one right here.
Nice?
It's
Look how
still in the
cool.
package, dude. Still in the
Neato.
package. Yeah. I mean,
Neato.
it is a kind of a cool little keepsake. Maybe we'll give
That's
this away at some point.
You know what that is right there, Kyle? That
It's
is a BKFC Extreme Fans page. Memento right there. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
That
it is.
a extreme BKFC fans page memento. Mike, right before we came on the air tonight, do you know where I was at?
I do. I know where you were at.
I'm going to tell everybody where I was at, and I want to just tell you this because they have on my son's high school basketball team a 15-year-old sophomore who is 6'11" and handles the ball like a fucking point guard, like a very sure-handed
It's
point guard.
unbelievable. What is
And he
going on?
shoots threes from about 25, 30 feet out, like it's pretty damn easy. And in the
You can
first
see
quarter,
down into the hoop.
so listen, so for those who don't know, Jackson, my son Jackson, never played basketball his entire life, right? My son,
Organized,
my
right?
younger son Nolan is
Organized
like,
basketball.
yeah, well, yes, organized basketball. He never played on a team before, not like rec, not fucking for school,
Just
not
street-
for
street ball.
YMCA, just in the driveway and pick up games at school.
Streets.
Goes to high school. Now Jackson's tall, so he's like, my friends always ask me why I don't play basketball. And he said, he's like, out of nowhere this year, he's like, I'm gonna try out for basketball. Well, guess what? He made the team. Fucking proud of him. He had his very first
Proud?
organized basketball, like an actual game. Proud. Yeah. So he went in there, he got some playing time tonight. They got a win, he got a block, he got an assist. He did really well for his first night out there. But then the varsity team comes out, and we stayed for the first quarter because I wanted to see Nolan wanted to see this kid. His name's Elijah Cornell, and he is 6'11" at 15 years old. Dude, first quarter of this game, he hit 2 threes, grabbed about 5 or 6 rebounds, blocked 2 or 3 shots, and stole a ball, and in transition threw down a fucking tomahawk dunk, and it was very fucking cool. So it was a pretty badass night, and I would say that keep an eye out for Elijah Cornell, because by the time this kid's 18 years old, he's probably going to be 7'3", playing like Victor Wembanyama, dude. I'm telling you, it is wild to see someone that big at 15 years old. Crazy.
That's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even understand that. My ass isn't even 6 feet. Women don't like me. Okay, Kyle? I am only 5'9". I am average. I'm an average guy. Actually, I'm not even 5'9" anymore. I'm so old now that
You're shrinking?
shrunkened. Yes, I've been shrunkened. Yeah. I'm like 5'8" and 3/4. What a piece of shit. Women don't like me. Thank God I'm married, because I'd be single for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you'd be
This
a single
guy,
loser.
Forget it. He's taking everything. He's going to take everything that we worked for. This kid. I can't believe that. Imagine being that friggin' tall at that age.
So
like, he didn't even have time to like be a fucking kid. He
dude, last year,
do you miss being short?
Mike, he was
That's crazy to me.
So we went to a couple of the high school basketball games last year, and we go to the game, and there was a 6'10", 6'11" kid. And we had a kid named Ozzy that was on our team last year for the 4th grade travel team. Ozzy was about 5'8", 5'9". He was like eye to eye with me as a 4th grader. And I'm like, holy shit, this kid is gigantic for his age, for a 9-year-old, right? Come to find out, his brother was like 6'10", 6'11", playing for Stonington High School. So we go watch Stonington High School to see Ozzy's brother play. We get there, and they got this freshman who's 6'7", freaking starting guard for the varsity basketball team. And I'm like, who the hell is that kid? And then my son's like, oh, that's Elijah. He was in 8th grade last year, a year ahead of me. And he was like ducking under doors in 8th grade last year. That was last year. He was like 6'7". He's 6'11" right now in his sophomore year. So that's why I'm saying, like, this motherfucker might be like 7'2", 7'3" by the time he graduates high school. Crazy, right? Absent-minded.
Unbelievable, actually.
Absent-minded says, what's it like to be tall?
I just can't even fathom it. You know, like, I don't know. Like,
do you know what?
That's why I'm like, seriously, like, you're a kid. Oh, I don't remember what happened before I was 4, barely, right? Okay.
Right.
So you're 4. Now this kid's 15. So 11 years. That's not that long. I mean, it's not that long. He hasn't had a whole life. He should be out like going to fucking trampoline parks and fucking playing paintball and shit. He can't fucking hide behind anything. He's so goddamn tall. Goes to the trampoline park. He's probably all awkward, jumping around, barely could fucking move. Like, you got to move differently when you're that big. You're just a different person.
He wears a 17.
He must be miss being shorter. Like, he was never be able to be a fucking kid. He's like,
he wears a size 17 shoe.
Yeah.
17.
Crazy. That's just, think of, like, how crazy is that?
It's crazy. You got,
like, how tall was he at 12? 6 feet? You know what I mean? Like, that's insane.
Jackson said in 8th grade he was ducking under doorways, and like the average doorway is what, 6'6", right?
Oh
Isn't it?
God, dude. Ay.
Right. It's crazy. And the craziest part about the whole thing is, really, if you watch him play, like I said, he's 6'11". He handles the ball. He'll play point, and he'll pull up from 10 feet behind the 3-point line and just drill it. It's crazy. I don't understand.
Unbelievable.
This new age of hybrid basketball player is just crazy, right? Anyways, hey, Parker Porter and Anthony Garrett are throwing down this weekend. They were nice enough to come on here tonight, the night before the weigh-ins. That fight is fantastic, and I honestly do think that this one is actually a better, more like impactful fight.
Better?
No, it's more like it has. This does have more betterer. It does have more impact on the heavyweight division than if Garrett fought Gromley and Porter fought Copeland, and they both got wins over those two guys. Copeland's coming off a couple losses. Gormley also, you know what I mean? It's like
Well,
it did.
here's
What?
something funny. Gormley went from that fight. Well, I don't know what the odds were, but I'm going to tell you they weren't what they are for him right now.
Is he
He's a minus 1,003. They weren't that
minus?
before. I can promise you that.
No way. Wow. He's a minus 1,003 favorite. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. He just
The
went
plus
from
522.
probably being the underdog to being the biggest favorite on the card.
For the year, maybe. Dude. Bet Online. I just had it up, but I accidentally closed the window. Let me see here. They have Parker Porter minus 240, Anthony Garrett plus 165. Let's find Gormley. Gormley is a minus 450 here. I trust this a little bit more. He's a minus 450 plus 275 for Tracy Johnson.
Where were you seeing the minus 1,003?
On BKFC, bet BKFC.com, whatever. But I mean, I'm not hating, but maybe I am. I don't trust those too much. I don't think they're close to what is reality. I do think he's the favorite. He's probably going to win, right? No offense, Johnson. Sorry. But I think we can all see the writing on the wall. But I think that the odds are a little bit better. We know that betonline.ag, even though they're not sponsors anymore for BKFC, they've been doing odds for bare knuckle for a long time at this point, for almost the whole time, right? So I personally think that their odds are pretty close to reality. And it doesn't mean reality of what's going to happen, but yeah, they're the best. I think they have a decent odds there. I actually wrote to bestfightodds.com, oddly enough, one day and said, hey, you guys need to get BKFC on here. And I guess they have a few times, probably not because of me, but sometimes they put them in there. I think they should have them all the time. I don't know why. They do betting for everybody else. And that's where I used to go for all the UFC events, all the big boxing events, bestfightodds.com. But I don't
What was the one that was it Bet DSI? Remember Bet DSI back in the day?
Yep.
That was like the first one I think I ever tried to make a bet on.
There's so many now.
The card, I'm looking at the card right now. There's a lot of really big name local guys on this card. So everybody in the area that supports these guys should be there this weekend. I would imagine that the Mohegan Sun's going to be pretty filled up with guys like Cito, Peter Barrett, Gary Boletto, Pat Casey, Parker Porter, Rico D'Sculo. Those guys all pull in a big crowd in the New England area. They're all well supported, and they got a ton of fans around here. On top of that, you got Crystal Van Vake and Gabby Roman throwing down.
I was going to say,
that's a good fight
they're
too.
a dead even minus 120. Both of them.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at the card. This card's going to be good, man. There's a lot of potential bangers on here. And we'll see where Cito goes from here. If he wins this one, that moves him to what, 4-1 or 5-1? Cito has only lost the one time in Albuquerque, correct?
Yes, because he won body shots in New York long time ago, first fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then he lost by getting KO'd Knucklemania, right?
Yep.
No, that was Knucklemania?
That was Knucklemania 2.
Okay.
And that was Knucklemania 3. Knucklemania 3. That was the one where Mike Richmond and Lorenzo Hunt fought.
Yep. And then after that, he didn't fight for a long
time. We thought we might never see him again, actually.
Yes, he left for a long time after that. Then he came back, and now he's fought twice in a row at Mohegan Sun, and he beat Grady in a very good. I thought that fight was fun, right? And that's why, when you get people like Grady, you knew he was going to make it fun, and he did. He got knocked down a bunch of times, but it was a fun fight to watch. And when I talked to people that we know that went there, they really enjoyed that fight because it's a crowd pleaser. And then he fought Foy, and he did pretty good against him. I thought he held his own, So, yep, he won a unanimous decision. So he is 3-1 right now.
He looked way more Cito looked way more beat up in the Grady fight, right? From what I think he looked a lot cleaner after the Quentin Foy fight.
Yes.
At Tom's after the event was over. Remember how like Cito was super emotional after he won that Grady that Shady Grady fight.
Yes.
Because of the
yeah.
because of the long layoff, because
Right.
he like I think he talked to us about like depression and like he was going
Yeah.
through a lot of things, and he battled through a lot of things, and he came back and he got chipped up in that fight by Shady Grady. Like his face was looking like he went through a war that night. But he got the win. He had a good cry. You know what I mean? He had a good
Yeah.
cry. He was happy to be back, and then he dialed it in that Quentin Foy fight, and he looked a lot better. So what I'm saying is, who knows where this brings Cito after this? If he gets a win on Saturday night, he moves to 4-1, and like Cito could be in the conversation of a bigger fight soon. You know what I mean? We always say it in this sport. It doesn't take too many wins till you start getting talked about in bigger, higher up on the card type fights. You know.
Yeah, dude. I think that he could be well on his way to starting to be a contender
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. This could be huge for him moving to 4-1. 4-1, that's when people start paying attention. Like you get 5 fights into the BKFC and you've only lost 1. Like people start paying attention to your name for sure. So
I had a picture
and
I
then
pulled up just now while we were talking of us with him after the Grady fight. This is it right here, actually.
yeah, he
Yep.
was rocking the sunglasses.
At a
Like
time.
yeah, he always looking dapper. He dresses nice every time he's at one of these events. He likes to dress nice. And after that fight, like we said, underneath those sunglasses, he was wearing that fight a little bit.
Oh yeah, they battled it out there. When he finally won the fight, he got like down. He was like, yeah, and like this, yeah, and he like I remember he went like, did he get out of the ring and stand like on the corner, and he was yelling, and his girl was there, and Dave Feldman, and he was really happy because it was a long way back from him for him, and with the knockout that he sustained and being brought on a stretcher, and he was out cold for a long. I honestly thought he was freaking dead. I hate to say it, but he's not. But he did not look good. And I remember the whole night we see Kevin Smith, and every time we saw him, we're like, Kevin, what's going on? And like we try to get updates from him. Like we were just worried all night. And then we went back to the hotel and finally just showed up, and it was crazy. But he's good.
Right.
And now here we are. He's about to go 4-1 possibly. So
right. And you know what? On the Bare Knuckle show yesterday,
and he's got a baby girl.
Right before the presser, Sosha did a live show from the 2300 arena, and Dave Jr. jumped on for a few minutes, and he was the one. Like, I don't remember hearing Dave Jr. say anything else besides the main event. Yeah, they're like talking about this weekend at Mohegan Sun, and you got Anthony Garrett and Parker Porter, and they mentioned the girls fight, and then he's like, I'm looking forward to Cito. Like Junior said that. So you know what I mean? Like he is interested. Like and it has to be because if he wins, he moves to 4-1. And it makes it a very interesting conversation when Lardy Navarro is brought up. And like Joe Ivy says in there, it's hard to invest in a fighter until they got that many fights. You know what I mean? Like at that point, sponsors could start rolling in more and get a little more lucrative for the fighter. They can live a little more comfortable and train a little bit harder. And you know what I mean?
There's too many 1-0s, 1-1s, 0-1s, 0-2s. There's so many. You can't invest in that.
We need guys like this. You need guys like him. Anyways, man, we got our company Christmas party tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a Christmas party to go to.
You know what's awesome about that?
Holiday season, doopy-doo and dippity-da coming up.
You know what's awesome about that?
A week off, probably, we should say. a week
Mike,
off.
we don't have to put our uniform on tomorrow.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? I'm not going to shave. I love when I don't. I'm not. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm not shaving for like 2 weeks straight from now all the way for till into the new year. I don't have to shave because I'm not going to go to work for weeks. I love it.
Are we
This
going to
is great.
see
I love my
that?
job. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't shaving, baby.
Are we going to see a beautiful ginger beard coming onto that face of yours?
Well, you know, if any of them decide to come in red or not gray like they
What,
have been,
gray?
yeah, all the reds come in gray. So now people really think my daughter's not mine. And for anyone who doesn't understand that joke, I have a gingivitis kid. And everyone's always like, wow, where'd you get the red hair? And I'm like, well, I'm Irish. I have a red beard. And she has like reddish hair. It's not like bright red, but it is red. But now it's all freaking gray. So guess what? She doesn't have gray hair. So whose kid is it? Yeah, man. So next week it is Christmas. So we have a New Year's Eve on Wednesday. Thank you, DJT, because we have it off. And then Thursday is Christmas. So Wednesday is Christmas Eve. And Thursday is Christmas. We will not be doing a show. Everybody spend time with your families. I hope everybody has a great holiday season. If you're not celebrating Christmas, whatever, have a great grand old time. Eat a lot of food. Give people stuff. Get stuff. Do stuff. Have fun. Be safe.
Yeah.
And
it's the most wonderful
we'll
time of the year, Mike.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And so, and with that
maybe
said,
a pre-Christmas Eve show on Wednesday or something. I have somebody in mind, but we'll talk about it. And it's the usual suspects that we would normally have at the end of a year. And it's somebody we don't have often, but always a great show.
all right. Well,
if
maybe
you know
we'll do
from
that.
the past, then you know.
With that said, if you guys are in New England or in the Mohegan Sun area, if you're within an hour of the Mohegan Sun on Saturday and you're not at the Mohegan Sun, then you're wrong. Get your ass there. And if you're not doing anything tomorrow night and you're in the area, Mike and I will be down at the weigh-ins. What time do the weigh-ins start? 6?
You know what? Let me look right now because I
pull
haven't seen the old schedule. You know, they usually release that schedule graphic. So
Yeah.
I'm looking on Instagram right now and I don't see it.
Well, we have this. We here's what I can tell you.
Yep. We have the email.
It says media weigh-ins at 7 p.m. local at Mohegan Sun on our welcome letter. So the report time is 6 p.m. for the fighters. They go live at 7 p.m. So tomorrow night, if you're not doing anything and you're in the area, come on down, hang out with us a little bit. We'll get a little freaking drink. We'll watch some weigh-ins and then we'll see you all Saturday night. Mike, do you got anything else for these people before we wrap up tonight?
Man, I ain't got nothing for these people. All I got is this. Peace.